Goodbye to you, my trusted friend.
Hang in there, baby. We'll make love tonight. Don't be afraid.
1974 was a strange year for the radio. One-hit wonders weren't just filling the charts. They were creating some of the most unforgettable sounds of the decade. From disco and soul to novelty records and heartbreaking ballads, these 10 songs had America listening. Some are still famous, others have almost disappeared. Let's bring them back. Number 10. Hooked on a Feeling, Blue Swede. The first few seconds of this song are enough to wake up a memory. Ooga chaka. Then the beat begins, and suddenly, you're back in 1974.
I can't stop this feeling.
Blue Swede's version of Hooked on a Feeling was actually a Swedish band's interpretation of a song first recorded by B.J. Thomas. But Blue Swede took the unusual chant from Jonathan King's earlier version and built it into something completely different.
When you hold me in your arms so tight, you let me know.
The result was impossible to ignore. The song reached number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 in April 1974 and became the group's defining American. It sounded strange at first, then completely irresistible.
Hooked on a feeling. I'm high on believing.
Decades later, the song found another generation of fans through Guardians of the Galaxy. But its first great moment belonged to 1974, when that unforgettable chant seemed to come from everywhere.
I'm high on believing.
On Main Street, the soldier blues fell in behind.
Number 9. Billy, Don't Be a Hero, Bo Donaldson and the Heywoods. Not every pop hit tells a love story without getting complicated. Billy, Don't Be a Hero mixed romance with war and turned a simple warning into a dramatic radio narrative.
I looked across and there I saw Billy waiting to go and join the line.
A young woman begs Billy not to become a hero. He goes anyway, and the ending is devastating.
Billy, don't be a hero, don't be a fool with your life.
The song became a major hit for Bo Donaldson and the Heywoods, reaching the top of the Billboard Hot 100 in 1974. At the time, story songs like this could become enormous radio events.
And as he started to go, she said, Billy, keep your head low.
Listeners weren't just hearing a melody, they were following a plot. And that made the record feel almost like a 3-minute movie.
The sergeant cried, we've got to hang on, boys. We got to hold this piece of ground.
Today, the song may sound unusual compared with modern pop, but that's exactly why it belongs in a countdown like this. It captures something radio once did exceptionally well, turning a simple song into a story people could remember.
Billy, don't be a hero. Come back and make me your wife.
Though you may not drive a great big Cadillac.
Number 8. Be Thankful for What You Got, William DeVaughn. Some songs don't need complicated arrangements. They just need a message people believe.
But remember, brothers and sisters.
William DeVaughn's Be Thankful for What You Got arrived in 1974 with a relaxed soul groove and lyrics about appreciating what really matters.
You can still stand tall.
It wasn't about having the biggest house. It wasn't about driving the most expensive car. It was about understanding that material things aren't everything.
Though you may not drive.
The song became a major crossover success, reaching number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100. But William DeVaughn never became a household name in the way many other artists from the era did. That makes the song especially interesting today.
Against the white wall, TV ain't tellers in the back.
Because the record survived, even while the name behind it became much harder to remember. And perhaps that's why the message still works. When everything else changes, gratitude never becomes outdated.
Diamond in the back, sunroof top, digging the scene with a gangster lean. Diamond in the back, sunroof top, digging the scene with a gangster lean.
Come to Boston for the springtime.
Number 7. Please Come to Boston, Dave Loggins. There is something about a road song that feels deeply American. A city, a relationship, and the feeling that someone you love is always somewhere else. Please Come to Boston captured that feeling beautifully.
By a cafe where I hope to be working soon.
Dave Loggins sang about a man moving from place to place while asking the woman he loves to join him. Boston, Denver, Los Angeles, each city becomes part of the story.
I'm the #1 fan of the man from Tennessee.
The song reached number 5 on the Billboard Hot 100 and became one of the signature soft rock records of 1974. Its appeal wasn't complicated. The melody was warm, the story was personal, and the loneliness felt real.
She said, hey, rambling boy, why don't you settle down? Denver ain't your kind.
Today, Dave Loggins is remembered far less often than the song itself. But whenever those opening chords return, the entire journey comes back with them.
And there's some stars that fell from the sky. They're living up on the hill. I'm the #1 fan of the man from Tennessee.
Chicago, on the east side of Chicago, back in the USA.
Number 6. The Night Chicago Died, Paper Lace. Some songs make you remember a place. Others make you imagine an entire event. The Night Chicago Died did both.
In the heat of a summer night, in the land of the Derby.
Paper Lace turned the infamous St. Valentine's Day massacre into a dramatic pop story about gangsters, gunfire, and a city thrown into chaos.
When the town of Chicago died, and they talk about it still.
The fascinating part is that the song wasn't a documentary. It was fictional storytelling inspired by real history. Yet the record sounded so convincing that many listeners treated it almost like a historical account.
You call this to war? With the forces high below, I heard my mama cry.
In 1974, that storytelling style worked. The song reached number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100 and became one of the year's most recognizable novelty hits.
And the sound of the battle rang through the streets of the old east side.
Today, some listeners remember the title before they remember the artist. And that's the strange power of a great story song. Sometimes the story survives longer than the storyteller.
I heard my mama cry. I heard her pray the night Chicago died. Night Chicago died. Woman, take me in your arms, rock your baby.
Number 5. Rock Your Baby, George McCrae. This song almost belonged to someone else, and that might be the most interesting part of its story. Rock Your Baby was written by Harry Wayne Casey and Richard Finch, the musicians who would later become central to the sound of KC and the Sunshine Band.
There's nothing to it, just say you want.
The song was originally intended for another singer, but during a recording session in Florida, George McCrae happened to be there. His wife, Gwen McCrae, had been expected at the session but was late, so George stepped in. What happened next changed his life. His voice fit the track perfectly, and the finished record became a sensation. Rock Your Baby reached number 1 on both the Billboard Hot 100 and R&B charts in 1974. The record also helped push the emerging Miami dance sound into the mainstream.
Now let your love flow, real sweet and slow.
The strange thing is, George McCrae wasn't even supposed to be the singer. Sometimes a career-changing moment begins with someone simply being in the right room. Number 4. Kung Fu Fighting, Carl Douglas. In the middle of the 1970s, America became fascinated with martial arts. Movies, television, and kung fu culture were suddenly everywhere. Then came a song that captured the craze perfectly.
In fact, it was a little bit frightening.
Kung Fu Fighting by Carl Douglas combined a catchy disco rhythm with playful lyrics inspired by martial arts. It was lighthearted, it was unusual, and it was impossible to ignore. The song became a massive international success and reached number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100. For Carl Douglas, it became the defining record of his career, and that's what makes the song such a classic one-hit wonder. For one extraordinary moment, the entire world seemed to be singing about Kung Fu. The trend eventually faded, the fashion changed, the movies moved on, but those opening notes remained. Sometimes a novelty song doesn't need to last forever. It only needs to perfectly capture its moment.
In fact, it was a little bit frightening. Keep on, keep on.
Remember dancing at the high school hop, oh, dress I ruined when the soda pop, oh.
Number 3. Beach Baby, The First Class. Few songs sound more like summer than Beach Baby. The record arrived in 1974 with lush harmonies, a nostalgic melody, and lyrics filled with images of youth, romance, and the seaside. It sounded almost like a memory. That was part of its charm.
Whatever happened to the boy next door? The suntan crew got all American mail.
The First Class reached the top 10 in America, with the song peaking at number 4 on the Billboard Hot 100. But the group's success didn't develop into a long-lasting American hit career.
Beach baby, there on the sand from July to the end of September.
So over time, the song became much more famous than the band behind it. And perhaps that's fitting, because Beach Baby doesn't really feel like a song about an artist. It feels like a postcard from another time.
Long hard days, blue sea haze.
A summer evening, a warm breeze, a radio playing somewhere in the distance, and a memory you haven't thought about in years, until the song brings it back.
That's where you told me that you wear my ring. I guess you don't remember anything. Beach baby, there on the sand from July to the end of September.
Don't be afraid.
Number 2. Hang On In There Baby, Johnny Bristol. Some voices carry emotion without ever sounding desperate. Johnny Bristol had one of those voices.
Now that we've caressed and kissed so warm and tender.
His Hang On In There Baby was a smooth soul record built around reassurance, romance, and the fear that a relationship might be slipping away. It didn't need a giant chorus. The feeling was in the performance.
We'll hear the thunder roar, feel the lightning strike.
Released in 1974, the song became a major hit, reaching number 8 on the Billboard Hot 100. Bristol had already worked behind the scenes in Motown as a songwriter and producer, before establishing himself as a recording artist.
I'm gonna give you more than you've ever dreamed possible.
That history gave his music a depth that wasn't always obvious on first listen. Today, his name isn't nearly as familiar as many Motown stars.
So let us touch that crowd that every girl dreams of.
But this song remains a beautiful reminder of what made 1970s soul so powerful. A great voice, a simple feeling, and a song that refuses to let go.
Right there, baby, don't you move it anywhere. Hang on, sweet baby, don't let me down.
Goodbye to you, my trusted friend.
Number 1. Seasons in the Sun, Terry Jacks. Some songs become famous because they make you happy. Others become unforgettable because they make you stop and think. Seasons in the Sun belongs to the second category.
Goodbye, my friend, it's hard to die.
Terry Jacks transformed a much older song into a soft rock farewell that sounded deeply personal. The lyrics describe a man saying goodbye to the people and memories that shaped his life.
We had joy, we had fun, we had seasons in the sun.
It's melancholy, but strangely beautiful. In 1974, listeners connected with it in enormous numbers. The record reached number 1 on the Billboard Hot 100, becoming one of the defining hits of the year.
Goodbye, Papa, please pray for me.
For Terry Jacks, it became the song that defined his American recording career. And for millions of listeners, it became something more than a hit. It became a memory.
But the wine and the song, like the seasons, have all gone.
Maybe that's why the song still feels different when it comes on the radio. You don't simply hear it, you remember it. And sometimes, that's what makes a one-hit wonder unforgettable.
We had joy, we had fun, we had seasons in the sun. All our lives we had fun, we had seasons in the sun.
1974 gave us songs about love, war, summer, disco, and memories that refused to disappear. Some of these artists went on to build long careers. Others gave us one extraordinary moment and then faded from the spotlight. But the songs remained. That's the strange beauty of a one-hit wonder. The artist may disappear from the radio, but the song can stay with you for a lifetime. Which one of these 1974 hits do you still remember? Tell me in the comments. And if one of these songs brought back a memory, like the video and subscribe to America's Forgotten Hits for more forgotten music from the 1960s and 1970s. Until next time, keep the music playing.